Hello and welcome to the Tough Love with Teresa podcast. Challenging the way you think about health, wellness, and disease. Empowering you with foundational knowledge so you can positively affect your health through a series of small, seemingly insignificant daily choices. Hi, my name is Teresa Flaw. I'm the owner of Empower and Flourish, my health and wellness company where I help my clients to improve or reverse their symptoms so they can live the abundant life they were created for. Today's episode is titled, What Really Makes Me Mad? I hope you enjoy it. Do you know what really makes me mad? I'm talking about the kind of mad where I have to stop and take really deep breaths in order to keep my heart rate and my blood pressure normal. The kind of mad where I immediately see a flash of red and I'm surprised that smoke isn't visibly coming out of my ears. I have that type of emotional reaction anytime someone tries to decide what's best for me without giving me an opportunity to provide input or decide for myself. The easiest way to explain what I'm talking about is with a healthcare example, though healthcare is not the only area of life where this happens. But we all know that our healthcare system is fatally flawed. Here's how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to go to the doctor with some concerns or questions, some sort of symptoms, and they're supposed to listen to what you have to say. And then your doctor's supposed to offer some ideas or suggestions of what you could try next. This interaction is supposed to consist of some give and go between both of you. You should provide some input and they should provide some input. And then you should discuss what direction you would like your treatment to go. This is obviously not what's happening inside most primary care offices these days, unless you've been blessed with an outlier or you've retained the services of a concierge medicine provider. It's much more likely that you have less than 5 minutes to state your primary complaint. And then you're told what medication will be best to treat your symptoms, or maybe they'll usher you off for a test of some sort. Before you know it, you're whisked out the door before you've had a chance to fully think through whether or not you even want to do what they suggested in the first place. Unfortunately, this type of behavior is not limited just to your primary care doctor. It's common now for other people to tell us just enough to further their agenda, just enough to get what they want. We see this type of manipulation on television, in our social media news feeds, in the books we're reading, the magazines. We experience this in our schools, our workplaces, and even in some churches. Now, I pride myself on attempting to see things from multiple perspectives and points of view. My mom used to call it playing devil's advocate. I approach things from a place of curiosity and try to understand why people do what they do. I ask myself what possible motivations might be at play, and I really attempt to understand the underlying why. Why would your primary care doctor limit the length of each office visit and limit the number of symptoms or complaints that you're allowed to discuss per visit? Why would a high school guidance counselor not investigate all possible options with a student rather than steering them into a specific direction? Why would someone limit your options and try to steer you down a specific logical pathway? The answers, of course, are varied, and I can't know for certain what people are thinking without asking each of them. But the answers are often based on either the path of least resistance, which often shows up as laziness, or money, power, and control. So what do we do? Staying mad and just allowing smoke to pour out of my ears every time I encounter one of these situations is not a very good idea. That type of emotional response is terrible for my adrenal glands, and I really prefer to approach life with a happy and positive attitude as much as possible. So if we can't change them, we can't change the system, well, what do we do? Well, I believe that we need to start asking better questions. I know I've mentioned this before, that the quality of your life is directly related to the quality of your questions. And I've seen this at work in my own life and in the lives of my family and friends. So you should definitely start asking better questions. The tricky part is learning what questions you should be asking. In order to be as effective as possible, you have to learn to step outside of the situation you're in and look at it and think about it objectively. You could ask questions like, what other possible alternatives could there be? What would be in my best interest here? How could things be different? I wonder if there's a natural solution. Or if I was willing to work hard in the short term, is there a better answer that would provide better long-term results? I'm really uniquely gifted at this type of question asking and problem solving. There's always a workaround or something else to consider and think through. In the example of the guidance counselor, they're probably really focused on graduation rates, but that doesn't mean that that's the path your student should go down. The doctors mean well, I know that they do, but maybe taking that antibiotic for a viral infection is not in your best interest. Maybe there's an alternative to chemo or radiation. Maybe you could get in more steps and you wouldn't need the medication for cholesterol and blood pressure. Maybe your diabetes could be reversed. That's a thing. There's evidence in the literature that's showing that your diabetes can be reversed with lifestyle changes. They're just not giving you all of the options. So I don't know where your health is at right now. I don't know what's going on in your life, but if you're ready to change the way you approach health, wellness, or disease, then I might be able to help you. Even if you're not experiencing health issues right now, you would benefit from this different way of thinking. There's a few ways I can help you depending on your specific circumstances and health goals. The easiest way to get started is to come hang out with us inside our free community. That's where I spend my time answering questions. There's lots of free education there, but it's a way that we could get to know one another without you having to sign up for anything. You might also want to check out the free preview of my 90-day program that teaches all the foundational concepts you need to know right now in order to get healthy or lose weight. The testimonials and the results that are coming from participants of that program are mind-blowing and so humbling. I'm so grateful to have an opportunity to help these people. And if you're looking for a natural health practitioner and you like the idea of having someone in your corner for the next 12 months, then my 12-month mentorship might be a great fit for you. Either way, I hope you stop and think about where people are coming from. What is their agenda? Where are they coming from? Do they have your best interest at heart? Should you be asking better questions? And if you need help figuring out what questions to ask, let me know. I'm happy to chat and help you problem solve. That's all I've got for now, except I just want to leave you with this thought. You have the right to make your own healthcare decisions. Don't allow yourself to be bullied or coerced into doing things that you're not comfortable with. If you need time to think about whatever treatment plan is right for you, that's okay. You don't have to make a decision in the doctor's office. You can go home, think about it, and pray about it. Thank you so much for listening. Please let me know if I can serve you in any way, and I hope you have an amazing day.